Over the past few days, I've taken my no money spend account from 50,000 coins all the way up to 1.5 mil. We're going to talk about all the coin methods that I have been actively using, as well as some investments you can make for the Saturday. But firstly, before we get into that, I want to talk about Jalen Hurts and DeMarcus Lawrence LTD and why I'm not necessarily investing them, but they might be a good investment. The big thing about LTDs and investing last year is I always wanted to have a huge bankroll to invest in these because you're not really making a ton on the card individually, right? You can buy Jalen Hurts. Probably the cheapest he's going to be is later this afternoon for around 450K. You can buy him for 450K, and probably in a few days he goes up to like 550, 600. Now you're only making 50K, but you're also having to put in 450K into the investment. And this early on in Madden, having 450K in a card for a few days, that's going to be a lot of your stack. And for me personally, if I want to get both DeMarcus Lawrence and Jalen Hurts, that's over 1/3 of my stack, and I can't really afford to do that. I can take those coins that I would buy with Jalen Hurts and DeMarcus Lawrence and probably make more coins over the 2 to 3 day span. Jalen Hurts I like as an investment a little bit more just because he's in more demand. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the game, has a solid release. DeMarcus Lawrence, on the other hand, a little bit slow with 81 speed, and he's 400K. He's a reroll discard LTD. And both these cards are pretty common. You can see there's a lot on the market, but I do think they do rise, I'd say 2 to 3 days after they're out of packs. DeMarcus Lawrence, probably not too much, 400 to like 450, 475, so that's not really worth it. But Jalen Hurts, I see, just because of the demand, we have an MCS event this weekend, so I'm sure Jalen Hurts will be bought by a ton of players, but I'm personally not going to be investing them just because I don't have the bankroll, and I wouldn't suggest for you guys to invest them unless you have 2 to 3+ million. You can buy a few. But that's LTD investing. Now we're going to hop into the coin making methods I've been using over the past few days. Now 3 of these are kind of all connected together, and you can basically cut the max method off short just to make some little profit. So the first one, being the first step, I guess, of this entire thing, is building some 80 to 81 exchange sets. You're going to be buying 78, 79 gold players for right now under 2.6K. You need 3 of them, and you're going to build an 80 to 81. Of course, that is going to equal up to at least 7,800 coins max you're spending. You're probably going to buy them for a little bit cheaper. You're probably going to complete the set for around 7.5K. And then you take that 80 to 81 elite, and you're going to sell it for 1 hour unfiltered. Right now, the lowest you can see is around 11,000 coins, but earlier today or earlier yesterday, it was 9.9K. The price of the 80 to 81s is always evolving, so just check the market when you're about to sell the 80 to 81s. You're going to make around 1.5 to 2.5K profit every time. It doesn't take that long. I know it's not a lot of profit, but it does not take long to buy 3 78, 79 golds for under 2.6K. The next evolution of these sort of combined methods is taking those 80 81s you got with those 78, 79 golds, keeping 3 of them or building 3 of them. Of course, that's going to be around the 22, 23K range, and then you're going to have to buy an 82 or 83 card. Right now, the prices are a little bit inflated. The cheapest you can get one is right 14.5K. That's what I would target, and you're going to be completing a team builder set for around 36 to 37K, and they're going to be selling team builder. And this was a lot better earlier in the week. I was selling for 47, 48, 49K. Right now, team builders are going for around 44, 45K. You're only making 2 to 3,000 coins, and it takes a little bit longer. So preferably right now, I like to just sell off the 80 81s. But if the team builders rise in price a little bit, take a look at this. Take a look at this specific method. And then the last evolution of this coin making method is just going to be building unsung heroes. You're going to be building 5 team builders. Remember, you're building them for around 36, 37, 38K. You're going to build an unsung hero for somewhere around the 185 to 190K range. And then the unsung heroes right now are going for around 235 to 240K, profiting around 20 to 25,000 after tax. This again was a lot better earlier in the week when unsung heroes were going for 250 to 260. You were able to make 30, 35K. They've come down a little because it's pretty much a mainstream method now to grind up the team builders and then make eventually into unsung heroes. But keep a lookout if the unsung heroes go up to 250K. This is probably going to become my priority. But as of right now, out of all 3 of those, I like just building the 80 81s and selling them off. Another method that I have been using that is not with those other combined methods is going to be selling unfiltered 86 overall headliners heroes. I was doing this on stream yesterday. Very, very good because the filter gets new cards listed every single second. You're going to do a refresh and get 2 to 3 cards at every single player. Divine Diablo, Quiddy Pay. Right now, the cards are selling unfiltered for around 65.1K to 65.6K. They sell pretty frequently. I'd say I have a 90 to 95% chance to sell them. Again, you're going to be listing these for 1 hour. Whenever you sell unfiltered, sell for 1 hour. The buy price for these guys right now is around at 56.5K, but you're gonna get some for a lot cheaper, making you around 2.5 to 5K every single card. Again, this is more of a, you're buying in bulk. These cards get listed every single second. So you're going to see, if you sit on the block, I'd say for 30 minutes with 1,000,000 coins, you're probably going to spend all those 1,000,000 coins on these 86s. And you can see from my bids and my sales, I probably bought a total of 30 to 40 over the course of yesterday and sold them off, making quite a lot of coins. It's probably my favorite thing to do right now, other than the 80-81 exchange set. 86 headliners, buy for under 56, sell for 65. Now we're going to be hopping into the investing section of this video. Now, yesterday we actually made our first successful investment, a training investment into the training rise. Of course, because the LTD hurts into Marcus Lawrence. On Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night, I bought some 84s for under 23K, as well as some 85s for under 32K. And as you can see by the auctions, I was able to sell the 84s for around 29.9K and 85s for 41.6, making around 4 to 5K after tax and minimum on every single card. I probably profited 150 to 250K altogether. I bought a total of 40 to 45 combined 84 and 85s. It was a pretty no risk way to make coins. It was very short-term investment. I know I always talk about I don't invest till 5-6 mil, but that's your power up piece investing. A training investment, I made it on Wednesday night and I sold Thursday morning. It was really less than 12 hours, a gap between buying and selling. Made around 150 to 250K, and I think we're gonna be investing and training a lot on a short-term basis to make a ton of coins this year. Now is the time you guys have finally waited for. If you made it to the end of this video, I put this at the end because it's a little secret. It's what I think to be the first huge investment opportunity this year, and it's really risk-free. So I'm actually going to show you guys on the screen the all Madden kickoff. As you can see at the top, we talked about this earlier in the week. The exchange any 28, 82 overall elite players to earn an 89 all Madden player. Now, initially we thought that's just any 82 overall core elite, but we've come to find out that actually in the solo battle, headliner, featured squad, and solo battles, if you go to view lineup in the top right, you can see Ronnie Lott 82 overall all Madden. So what we're thinking is, they kind of had a mistype, a misinformation, a spread of false news and fake news about the 82 overalls, any elite 82 overalls. I think we're going to be getting 82 overall all Madden players. We've seen this a lot with the 50, the 100, Campus Heroes last year, where you got the little baby versions of the card, and they went, of course, into the set. So what we did on stream yesterday is we went back over to Madden 21 because I wanted to compare what was involved in those 81 and 82 overall exchange sets in Madden 21 for the 50 cards. And as you can see, they're going to acquire a ton of mid to high golds. Now, Madden 21 is a little bit different. In Madden 23, they're a lot more specific with their overalls in terms of exchange sets. You can exchange 74, 75 for 76s, 76, 77s for 78s. So I have a hard time thinking it's going to be 75 to 79 requirements and 70 to 74 requirements, but probably more specifically a certain number of overalls for whatever these 82 all Madden players are requiring. So the investment is going to be very, very simple. We're already going to be using a coin making method, one of my favorite coin making methods this year, by buying 78s and 79s under 2.6K. We've already been doing that to make 80-81s, but instead of making the sets, we are going to be holding these 78, 79s until Saturday. Why Saturday? Because the exchange set, the most likely, we're going to go through the scenarios of what happens when we get the 82 all Madden players in an exchange set to get those cards. One is just going to be, it's going to require a ton of 78, 79 gold players, which if we buy for 2.6K, we'll surely probably go up into the high 3s and 4K range, making us around 1,000 coins per one of these very small, risk-free 78, 79 investments. The other scenario is they require maybe some 80-81s. Let's say 2 80-81s for 182 overall Madden player. Well, that's great because these 79 and 78 overall gold players can make an 80-81 set for very, very cheap. So that right there, that's already the two most likely scenarios for that 82 all Madden exchange set is going to be high golds or low elites, and that's covered by buying these 78, 79 golds. Now, let's say in a world where it does require any 82 elite, or there's not even an exchange set for these 82 players. It doesn't really matter because we've already been turning these 78, 79 golds into 80-81. So if nothing happens, we're just going to take our golds and make 80-81s and then do whatever. Make team builders, make unsung heroes, or just sell them off. We're going to be buying cards like we normally would to make a method, but instead we're just going to hold them for a day. And if any of the overalls are required that we're investing in, 78, 79s, 80-81s, are in that 82 all Madden exchange set, I think we're going to hit big. That's pretty much no risk. If nothing happens, we just put them in 80-81s, we make our coins. If they hit, we're going to profit a lot. The sell time for these are probably going to be Saturday afternoon. We always want to wait till the initial flood, initial buying of the cards go into the sets. Let the market kind of deplete itself in terms of these 78, 79 golds if this hit. So if you're curious, we're probably going to be selling tomorrow afternoon if they are required. But that's the investment. I'm buying as many as I can for under 2.6K. I've probably got 85 to 100 right now. I want to probably double that number before we go into Saturday morning. Hopefully we get an 82 overall all Madden exchange set, because if we do, we're probably gonna profit quite a lot. But that's all for this video. I know this might have been a spoil for the no money spent. I haven't upgraded my team at all. I've just been grinding the market, gaining coins for a shopping spree on Saturday. But that's all for this video. If you have any questions, comment below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.